Hello, everybody. It's Friday. At least here it is. How are you? I see my queen Paula is here. Hi, Barb. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for joining me. Hello, hello. While people stroll in, I'm going to let you look at this painting I did a few years ago of a rose. Yeah. I used to could paint like this. I haven't done it in a while. Hi, Lydia. Hi, Darcy. Hi, Karen. Hey, Rhonda. Hi, Kat. Thanks, you guys, for stopping by. Hope everybody's doing good and getting ready for the storms. Thank you, Sherry. I did my place an order today because usually I have my food delivered, groceries and stuff delivered from the Walmart. And you go on the site and you schedule a time. Usually I can get something, at the earliest 11 a.m. if I get up early enough. Paula, please take care of yourself, girl. Hi, Bobby. Hey, Justin, how are you? Thank you. Yeah, so when I went to reserve a time to pick up to get my order delivered, the first one was 7 p.m. tonight. So I had to break down and pay an extra $5 to get it delivered early, which was great because I've already received it. It's all put away. So I'm ready to hunker down. We're expected to get, I think, like 20 inches of snow around here, anywhere between a foot and 20 inches. So that will start Sunday night and go through, or Sunday afternoon and go through into Monday afternoon. So it's exciting. Hi, Lucy. Hey, Zal, how are you? Thank you guys for coming in. Just joining us, this is a rose I painted on hot press watercolor paper a few years ago. I'd love to show you more, but they're all stored up. Hi, Mariah. Did I say hi, Mariah? I think I did. Yeah, Kat. Like that's the everyone's booked up. Thank you, Bob. Hi, Tracy LaBouffe. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. All right, it's 11 o'clock, at least by my clock. So let me put my glasses on and show you what we're working with. I was pleasantly surprised the other day when I received this from Amazon from my fairy god art mama, and it's the Hippie Crafter watercolor paint set. So I'm going to swatch them out today with you. Do some stuff on cut up some different watercolor paper for us to just mess around with. Why not? Cut off the seals. I don't need to remember if this comes with a swatch card already or not. If not, we'll make one. So these are, it's a 36 color set. They are in a tin, includes a water pen. I believe these are the same ones that P has. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mariah. I think these are the ones that she has. Anyway, let me give this a gander. Cute, huh? Sorry about this stupid light. Oh, that sounds lovely. 62 degrees. That is perfect and sunny. Get a handle here. Da-da-da-da. These are Hippie Crafter. Yes. Palette's big. Bigger than I expected, the surface. Let's get this out of here. All right. So it looks like we're going to make our own swatch card. Oh, this is exciting. Put this away. So let me read what it says on the back so we know what we're working with here. This is, they say, highly pigmented, rich and vibrant, quick drying formula, mixes effortlessly. We'll see. Water-based and non-toxic, removable half pans, which is great. Because then I could in the future, if I wanted to, customize the palette. And then the metal storage case. Pro tips: you can reuse paint that has dried on the palette, lightly spritz with water, clean water to reactivate. Yeah, it doesn't have to be clean, it just has to be water. Hi, Yolande. How are you? Thank you guys for stopping over. Oh, and then I got these from Barb in some Happy Mail, so I'm going to use those today, Barb. The distressed watercolor cardstock from Ranger. And then I cut up some of the Hippie Crafter watercolor paper that I already have. This stuff here. So I'm using this. It's a 330 GSM cold press. Cut it up in a few different sizes. And then some hot press paper, which I didn't cut, so I can do that later. But let me go ahead and get another piece of this so I can make myself a swatch card. Oh, so someone said hi, Yolande, in the chat. Oh, well. Maybe she's invisible. Hi, Alyssa. How are you? Yes, Paula. Size does matter. Let's get rid of this stuff. I got all my water ready to go. So do this. Did I say hi, Justin? I think I did. Hi. I'm not a big swatcher, so this should be fun. How big is the thing here? Let's do a little measuring. Why not? So I think 8 by 4 should 4.5. I think I'll cut it to. Is that 8? Right? My memory is shot. I'll do it to 4.5. Yes, we need to make sure these work as intended. Bigger ruler. So what's everybody doing this weekend? I know a lot of us are preparing for some crazy weather. We have 36 colors, 36 divided by 18, 18, 18, 18. Let's see here. 36 divided by 3. let's just do a little quick dividing here. Border. Border. Oh, that's awesome, Rhonda. Yeah, I'm glad he made it. I'm sure a lot of people are scrambling right now to get to where they need to be before this hits. I know, I forget, is it Diane Olson or how much does, the last time I saw the price, Paula, on Amazon US, they were $19.99 for the set. But that was a sale. I don't know honestly what the regular price is. Um, so, but I think $20 for that's pretty good deal. Considering some of the ones I was looking at to get were like, $50, $60 and up. And I'm like, yeah, I can't justify that right now. So let me just do an inch here. 2 by 18. Yeah, I don't think there's enough room because I want to make them big enough. So I did 4. So could do 9 on each, really. Yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 centimeter things. I would have done this earlier. I apologize, but I kind of just made the assumption that this had already that this came with a swatch card already in there. So you get what you pay for, and that's fine. No trouble making me own. Now, if you really want me to see something, please put it in capitals, all cap, because I'm kind of, I fly solo here, and I don't want to miss anything. Who's Kathy? Which Kathy is here? Hi, Kathy Gilbert. How are you? I'm going to use this one for swatching. I like this one. It's the long round Princeton Velvet Touch. I like it. Comes to a nice point. Boom, 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 boom. All right, Eddie, remember you're left-handed and you got to set things up correctly. Yes, I'm going to use Rhonda's newest stencil, Loves Me Lattice. This is the 5x7. And we'll do some of that cool, like, what do you call that? On the watercolor paper, we remove the paint with the magic sponge. We'll do some of that too. That'll be fun. Got charcoal pencil. Charcoal pencil you could do in watercolor, draw something and then watercolor over it. It's a really cool effect. And then I also did some cards with drawing gum on them, or what else do they call it? This is drawing gum. What's the other word for it they use in watercolor? Karen, help me out here. Masking fluid. EJB, Frisket. Oh, that's another one. EJB, please remind me of your name because I forget. I know I've seen you at PM Artist Studio Lives. Hi, Bree. How are you? Great for a good price. Also, just in case anyone wants. Oh, that's good to know, Tracy. Tracy says Yasutomo Fusion brushes are great for a good price. Also, just in case anyone wants to try them. Hi, Eric. That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure. And I know Paula said that. What were you saying, Paula? Oh, Lucy says the watercolors are on Amazon UK for 52 pounds, about $39. Yeah, that's the regular price, I believe. Sounds right. Oh, no worries, Karen. That's okay. Oh, hi, Rob. ¿Cómo está, señor? Hola. So I did some water, some of the masking fluid on these. It should be pretty dry when I get to it, when we're ready. Yes. Eric is EJB 2828. That is Eric. What is this first color? Let's see. They're set up weird, right? Here, I'm just going to start at the top and I'm going to work my way around. I'm not going to lollygag anymore. Creamy. Mm. Now they did come with an info card. I know that. I have it somewhere. So I don't know the names of the colors. So this is grass green. Okay, put this here so I can see it. That is grass green. Yeah, I don't have that. I used to, Tracy, when I did a lot of other watercoloring. These are hippie crafter Brie. Um, but oh yeah, when you do use the masking fluid, if you don't have one with an applicator tip, or if you want to be a little more free flowing and dry, all that stuff. Yeah, you can use a silicone brush, but don't use a good brush. Use a crapola brush, and if you want to keep using it, just rinse it off. It rinses off really easily, and it comes off nicely. This is bright green. No, green, grass green. I'm sorry. Grass green. Nice. Hi, Nancy. With the masking fluid, you said, Rhonda? Make dots with the masking fluid. That's nice. That's Viridian. It's a good tip. Bree says, Brett says, sometimes hand sanitizer, weirdly enough, will clean gunk off the brushes, especially dry gel medium. Good to know. This is forest green. That is intense. These are highly pigmented. I need to move this. This is just not happening for me. My hand is landing in the wrong spot and it just feels awkward. Yeah, it is a latex. Yep. It's like when I opened it today, because I haven't used it in a while, like you can see in here, it's kind of like dried up and gunky. I could peel that off. Um, You know, Paula, I'm guessing these are probably all made in the same place. They slap a name on it and bada bing, bada boom. This is cobalt green. Lovely. Thanks, Eric. All right, and then we have olive. And don't forget to hit the like button, guys, if you and share the stream so more people can join us and experience the fun. All right, now this one is called Amaranth Red. That's pretty. Kind of like opera pink. You know, the opera pink is very popular in the watercolor world. I think that's actually what I painted my rose with. Oh, thanks, Brett. Thanks all for all your great info. Hi, Becky. Yeah, early morning. It's 10 a.m. Becky, wake up, girl. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I get up before the roosters. And for our next color, we have magenta. That is intense. It's pretty. I sure do. I go, yo, cock-a-doodle-doo, get your booty up. You got stuff to do, places to go, people to see, trouble to make. This next color is violet. Girl, you crazy, Becky. You gotta relax with those long late night hours. You're gonna do yourself a mischief. All right. So for the next color, it's cobalt blue. Ooh, very nice. I'm liking these so far. I mean, swatching them is one thing, but then actually, painting is a different thing. But yeah. It's still only the 9 a.m. hour here. Yeah, I know, I know. I'm teasing you, Becky. I wish I could stay up late like I used to, but you know, I do not. You know what it is? I like the quiet of the morning and just being able to do, stuff without all the buzzing of traffic and all that nonsense going on and all the mess, the noise upstairs and the dogs. And to open it up wider, you dip it, you can use like a pen. Yeah, I've seen that, Bobby, but I really wasn't like that into it. I didn't use the masking fluid that much, so I never really considered getting into that. So, all right, so we did our violet, cobalt, royal blue. Next is phthalo, phthalo blue. That is intense. Oh, very nice. Next color is indigo. That's pretty. It's a nice indigo. These need a little bit more moisture here. Yep, nice and clean. Beautiful. Me too, Tracy. I love it. Hi, Graham. Graham is here. We've got a great West Coast crowd here. All of the awesome West Coast folks. This is yellow orange. And then we'll move on to orange yellow. Pretty. Hi, Vanessa. Hi to everybody coming in. Don't forget to hit like. And if you're watching and you can't chat, it's because you're not subscribed. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and then you can join these lovely people in the chat. Yeah, I'm staying warm, Graham. It's actually not too cold here. It's like 32 right now, which compared to the other day, I'm like in heaven. Um, the heat I just turned off, so the house is nice, the apartment's nice and warm, which is good. I can't have it too hot though. Oof. I turn into Becky, hot flash city man. So, when you got the extra couple of lbs, the heat really does a number on you. Okay, so from cadmium, the next is Aurelian yellow. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Aureolin. Aurelian or Olin. Mariah, now I know how you feel sometimes with the names. Our next color is golden yellow. I'd say transparent orange, but what do I know? And right, that's I just call it. Oh, yeah, I can't even say it. My mouth don't shape that way. So that was the orange yellow. No, that was the golden yellow. I apologize. Now we're going to yellow ochre. Oh, that's pretty. I like yellow ochre. Nice yellow ochres for like ocean scenes or beach scenes. It's great. Nancy, remind me again, are you in the Midwest? From yellow ochre, we're moving on to pumpkin orange. Speaking of pumpkins, wait till you see, if you watch my last live stream, one of the last stencils I used was Paula's Smashing Pumpkins. Wait to see the print I created. I haven't pulled it yet, so I could pull it with you guys. So we'll do that later. Do that later. Water, and then that one's a little thick. All right, so that one was our pumpkin orange. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it's coming up the coast. Yeah, better be safe than sorry. I don't think you should panic. Like I saw some pictures of the grocery stores in Texas. It's kind of funny. They're probably not even real because sometimes people love to post stuff from like way, from other storms to kind of scare people, but people panic. I don't think you should panic. You should be prepared. That's for sure. But I don't think you need to panic. Saffron orange is this next one. Ooh, I like that. I do like that. From saffron orange to vermilion red. Yeah, like the basics. Make sure you have any important documentation. Make sure all your devices are fully charged and you have your chargers. So if you need to go somewhere or, you're ready to go. Scarlet red is the next one. Frankly, scarlet. Lovely. Have your medicines, have your kids' medicines, have your what do you call that stuff? Um, check the pipes of the house, make sure nothing's, you know, acting weird. Make sure you have your shovels ready to go. Clear out any furniture outside that could get in the way. And just hunker down. Hunker down. She was good. What was her name in real life? Oh, she was a wonderful actress. This is Brick Red. Bricks. Nice. All right, let's go on to the bottom row here. This is cerulean blue. Hi, Adrian. Cat food. Yeah, I ordered cat food today. Um, yeah, you gotta make sure you get your loo roll. Get your booze. Get your booze. And if you're having stuff delivered, take care of your delivery people. Tip them nicely. Don't be stingy because they're doing the grunt work. All right, steel blue. Oh, that's pretty. That's a nice blue. It's not too bright, not too dark. And the P Russian. This is Prussian blue. Nice. I never got into the habit of it. Like I used to do it a lot with the watercolors. It's a good exercise too, but kind of stopped doing it. Turquoise. And I thought since I got a full set, this is a great opportunity to do swatching. Ooh, very nice turquoise. Turquoise, turquoise. Hi, Estella. I didn't see you in there. Did I say hi? I don't know. I don't think I did. Prussian green. Oh, I like that. I love my blues. Go Team Blue. Orange red is the next one. Nice. uh, and burnt sienna. I prefer mine raw. Wait. Did I mess that up? I did mess that up. I apologize. This is rust red. I skipped one. So that's rust red. Next is burnt sienna. No, I messed that up. Let's start again. This is the burnt sienna. And then we have burnt umba. Hi, Lexi. Oh, you're awesome, Mariah. Look, you work so hard. You and Brad and Peaks. I know she's been making packets. Sepia. Quite a red sepia. It's nice though. And we have a raw umber. Who likes it? Raw umber. That's nice. And of course, black. All right, so I need a pencil here. Just write in. So these are Hippie Crafter Color 36 set. Swatch today, January 23rd of 2026 by me. Yes, I write sideways. Okay. All right, Tracy. Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm not going to attempt the brush pen. Maybe later. Just I know I'll make a mess. Just for now, we'll just let it be. Thirsty. So Oh, that's the one we used for the swatch. Let's play around. If you're just joining in or you haven't been here from the beginning, this is a rose. I was getting my watercolor papers together. This is a rose I painted on hot press paper a few years back. Take a look at that. When I was much more dedicated to watercolor. That's how my little art journey began, is doing watercolor. Yeah, we'll play with some hot press paper later. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nancy. Thanks, Becky. Paula was in the supermarket a few hours ago. Can you say shocked? Not really. Some kid about 60 years old yelled in Dutch, "Hey, who farted in the queue? I'm going to call the police." That's fantastic. The kid's a little hero. All right, so it's so good. So I thought on this one I could paint a little background, and then once that's dry, come in with Rhonda's heart stencil, "Loves Me Lattice," and come in and do some lifting with the magic sponge. No Putin in the queue. That's what it should be. All right. What colors am I feeling? Let's go ahead and we'll go with just here. What is this here? This is the magenta. No, I'm not, there's nothing on the paper. I'm just going to go in wet to dry, put some color down. And then maybe some of this amaranth red, they call it. This is a little more intense. I can You should, Paula. I just think kids in general, you let them speak, because they do say some amazing things sometimes. This is the cad yellow. Water, a little more water in there. It's lovely. Get some puddle going here. I like the transparency. Very nice. You see what happened there? That water with the yellow. I went in and it pulled some of that red out, but it looks cool though. I like it. It's what I like about watercolors. It's like gel printing. It surprises you a lot if you allow it to. Gratituding Putin when you're well. I guess that would be after a meal, huh, Lexi? Go ahead, put that. Yeah, there's a comedian I was watching recently on a British game show who was a doctor. He was a gynecologist for the NHS, and when he stopped to go into performing, he wrote a book of all the stuff that he kept a diary of things that happened to him as a doctor, and like pretty outrageous, but all real. Very very weird. Remember one story of a Kinder egg, a couple, and an engagement ring. Just saying. Let's get some scarlet up in here. Mix her with this. Paula says, if you're only listening, I was once out shopping with one of my beauties, 10 years old. I bent over to get a bag of rice from the bottom shelf, and he slapped my butt and yelled with glee, "Yeehaw, ride 'em, cowboy." And when I told his mom later, she said, yeah, he has big ears. Blame his father. Kids listen. You don't, you may not realize it, but they are listening. And they will bring it up at the worst time ever. Paul. All right, y'all remember it's 5 o'clock over there in Amsterdam, so Paul is all fired up. uh, Maybe just a little bit of this golden, let's call it golden yellow. Just kind of a little bit here and there, just for a little bit of interest. I know. Or like they call you out for something in the worst at the worst time. There's a comedian Russell Howard who was talking about he was at the gym and there was this little kid and he was totally like he was a little obnoxious little kid running around and he went into the locker room and he hid and he came out when these big blokes were walking by. He jumped out and scared them. He's like these guys were like, oh my god. And so there's all this commotion going, and you hear the father in the other room going, "That has to be my kid." And he comes out, and the father starts yelling at the kid, and the kid stops and goes, "Dad, your willy's moving." I mean, that right there, that's just classic. All right, so we'll do a little background there. Okay, Becky, you have a great day. Good luck at the grocery store today. I know it's going to be fun. Let's do a little wet on wet here. Just gonna wet this piece. Yeah. I never underestimate a child, period. That is dangerous. Let me get the shorter version of that brush. Where are you? You're hiding. Oh, here you are. Okay. Where's that indigo? This is the indigo. Yeah. It's not the indigo. No, that wasn't the indigo. Here's violet. This is the indigo here. Just mix it up with that. I like to do this to see how the paint spread. Hi, Val. These are Hippie Crafter 36 color watercolor paint set. We've swatched them, and now we're just playing with them. Make that a little bit darker. Spreads nicely. So here's another Paula story if you're listening. My niece, now 26, stood up at a show, and when she was 5, told the whole class her daddy didn't get in the bath with her anymore because of his ding dong. Oh God. Hi Hazel, how are you? I am yeah. We swatched a little paint. We're doing a little funny chatting and trying to stay warm because it's gonna be cold. And I know folks are worried, and hopefully this can bring a little relaxing moment to your day. So you see the paper's dried already down here, pretty dry. So it's not spreading. So you see where it's not spreading, the paper's already dry. We can come out with our spray. All right, here's one from Graham. Let's see if I can read it out loud. Storm and holidays. When I was 6, my mom and I were at a store during the holidays. It was packed. I yelled out, "Ladies and gentlemen," in my loudest kid voice, and then had nothing else to say. You were a attention seeker even back then, Graham. I like that. I like how it spreads. Oh my. Wow, Paula, that's just hilarious. Where is, let's try some of that sepia, or no, I'm gonna try some of this raw umber here. This paper's soaking up my water fast. Now, in ideal situation, you can, I would certainly have added more water to the paper, but at the beginning, but that's okay. No worries. We got here. Oh, hi, Lisette. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. I love doing that where you can see all this the nice little branches that come out. Hi, Eileen. How are you? My sister-in-law is a kindergarten first grade teacher. She knows everybody's business. Yeah, yeah, yep. My mom was a kindergarten and first and third grade teacher, and she's like, they would bring in their parents' mail. They would like openly discuss, things going on at the house that were obviously, none of anybody's business but the families. Yeah. Oh, that's exciting, Hazel. Yay. Mariah, Hazel got her order from PM Artist Studio, and she needs to play with it stat. All right, this isn't dry enough yet, so we'll play with that in a bit. Two. Like I said, I haven't watercolored in a very, like, I don't watercolor regularly like I used to. So I am still quite rusty. But let's see. Let's see if I can do something here. So indigo. Let's do a little landscape here. It does blend out well, these paints. Darken up that edge as well. Sorry if I go quiet, guys. That's just what happens when I watercolor. I've been wanting to, Lexi. I've just been lazy about it. I've done a few watercolor videos here and there. The most recent one I did was where I used I did that technique where I'm going to do in a little bit once this dries of using a stencil to remove paint over the painting, and then use the magic brush to remove the paint to create a cool design. Let's try. I used to love doing these like 1 or 2 color mini paintings. I think Patricia and Mariah might have a couple of mine that I may have sent them in some happy mail. Thanks, Val. Yes, it's been used, but that's what that is. Yeah, I have. The gel printing takes up a lot of my time. This is why I vibe with Mariah. My younger niece was quite the character, but struggled with academia. She's now in Paris doing her postgraduate placement graphic. That's fabulous. Yeah, that's the thing. Graham, is I'm not a good drawer or anything. Like a lot of stuff that I've drawn, it's taken a long time and a lot of erasing, a lot of mistakes. Or I've used transfer paper. You know that I forgot what it's called. It's transfer paper. You put it down and then you draw. You put the watercolor paper down. You put the transfer paper over it, or carbon paper. That's what it is. And then you put something that you want to draw on top of that, and you draw it and use that outline. Some things I have, drawn by hand, like some doors I've done, but just you just got to do it. Just got to get get you some watercolor and just do it. I started off with one of those that you get at. I'm going to clean that up because otherwise it's going to get all over my hands and then all over something I don't want it to. And guys, everyone coming in and hanging out, I love it. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't. And make sure you click on all notifications so you don't miss when I do go live. When you do the all notifications, it tells you every time I go live, even if it's not like regularly scheduled. Hi, Paul K. Yeah, they've on my end it's been pretty good. I'm just going in with some plain water here to pull out some of the paint. And remember, guys, I'm self-taught, so I claim no expertise in any of this, but I love doing it. Let that set up for a minute. Yeah, P does have a great approach to the watercolor. She's been doing it for a long time now too. She's just a she's just a really good artist. That's why we watch her, so we can learn. You know what, Karen? I agree. I do love just going and like just trying something. If I don't like it, I don't like it. And just hit it in a few different spots to create some different values to give it some interest. Good idea, Mariah. They've been putting blankets on their plants. Yeah, because down there, you're not used to this. Let that dry a bit. Give that a few more minutes. Let's see. We'll do. Yeah, Karen does doing the same old sheets on the plants. Yeah, my dad was good for that. It's like taking care of like the plants and that stuff around the house. Excuse me. All right, I was going to do something and I completely forgot. That's what I did, Paula. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? Welcome, welcome. It is. How cold is it where you are? We'll do one in. I'm digging this olive green here. Just gonna mix it in with that indigo. Now, if you don't want to release too much water into the paper and you want a little bit less, like a more less moisture, more of the pigment, tap that bottom part of the bristles onto a paper towel. Get some of that moisture out of there. Also, it avoids the brush any non-wanted drips to come off the brush. Let's try a tree. I haven't done a tree in a while. Easy peasy. Just side to side. They get bigger as you go down. Put a little indigo in here just to darken it. Sorry, Karen. My bad. Ooh, so I watched a new miniseries on what's it? I want to say it was Netflix, maybe, called The Game. Um, Very, very good. So this cop retires, takes early retirement, and he's like kind of bummed because he's this awesome, this insane case, stalker case that he's been chasing for years. He never was able to solve it. Had a bit of a nervous breakdown, and it starts from there. And you know, he's reunited with his the guy who meant who the stalker guy. And it goes from there. It's really good though. It's about 4 episodes. And of course, my the latest episode of Shetland came out. That's real. It's a really good season. Another one. Love that show. You did, Cynthia? Wasn't it good? And he's the guy who plays the stalker. He is one of the he's the main detective on Grantchester, if you've watched Grantchester. The Game. Cynthia, do you remember if it was on, I think it was on Netflix. Oh, thank you. Yo, Shelley's so good. Shelley is so good, and it bums me out. I got to wait a week to watch a new episode, but yeah, it's so good. I was talking to the episode yesterday, the latest one that came out. I'm sitting here going, "Hey, he's gonna kill you. Do you not realize he's setting you up?" I'm like literally talking to the screen, but he didn't listen. So we got a little tree. Pretty, 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 pretty. And Strictly, Paula. He loves Strictly. Paula got me hooked on Strictly Come Dancing. I didn't watch those dancing shows, not even the one here, Dancing with the Stars. But this year I watched I watched the clips. I don't watch the actual show because I don't have the cable or anything, but I watched because they put the clips on YouTube. So I watched those. Robert Irwin was really good. Um, and then I watched Strictly, the UK one, and that's good. Always fun. All right, let's do a light wash. Thank you, Mariah. It's got squirrels in it and everything. Hi, Lisa Welch. How are you? Yeah. Don't you know they go in the basement first? Don't go in the basement, you moron. But they go in the basement anyway. They just don't listen. I mucked this one up, didn't I? Just make it a little bit taller. A little bit taller. I'm trying to do is just making it. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Look what I'm using. Yeah, Robert Irwin. He was on the American version of Strictly Dancing with the Stars. Paint some Mariah. You naughty girl. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Naughty girl. I haven't seen many of those Mariah. You guys are too funny. Maybe we'll do a little, what's that, royal blue? That one. Yep, his dad was Steve Irwin. Yep. I grew up watching him. Well, not grew up watching, but knew about him and watched him when he was still with us. That's why I like a horror movie that smashes those typical things that we say to the screen when we're watching a horror movie. Like, even if they do turn on the light, it's still not helping them. They're still going to get killed. Give me some of that. a little indigo in here just to darken this up at the bottom. There we go. A lovely trio of trees. Cook? No, no cook. Cobweb was good. I saw that. That was good. The hole in the wall. That was quite good. All right, let's move on to this. We'll bring this one back. Little background we painted here on some, what's this stuff called? The Distress Watercolor Cardstock, heavyweight paper for watercolor and wet techniques. Let's put it to the test. Was Hazel saying bad things? Oh, yeah. Hazel, what are we going to do with you? All right, so I think I need to get this down on something that's not going to move. Let me get my silicone mat. Crikey. All right, let me wet this a little bit. I don't wet it too much. You want to wet it just enough. And we'll come in and do our just little swirls here and lift up the paint. And be careful because some stencils have those little areas with the where they flip up. So just be gentle. And this little fluffy things, that's not the paper, that's the sponge. The paper is holding up quite well. And mind you, I'm not rubbing very hard either, so there's that. All right, you guys ready for the reveal? Once this dries fully, I can brush all that off, but it's not too bad, huh? That's pretty cool. I could have rubbed harder and gotten more. Watch your mouth, guys. Watch what you say in the chat. But I think that's pretty good. Let's see if I can get some of that off. Yeah. Let's do another background so we can try that again because that is fun and it's really easy to do and it's fast. We'll do another background. Why not? Oh, those dry. Hey, Bree. Thank you. I know you did, Graham. I can hear it over here. Let's get another one of these. I knew I was saving this for a good reason, Barb. If you're listening, Barb sent me these lovely cards in some Happy Meal. Yay. Okay. All right, guys, give me some color options. Hi, Kioti. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Give me some colors that you want to see here. We'll do a little mix of colors so we can do the stencil again. We'll do the stencil rub. Rub-a-dub-dub. You want something in purple? Hey, Barb. I don't like this thing. I don't know. It freaks me out, but I'll try it later. Hi, Diane. Are you purples and pinks? Orange, pink, and yellow. Right here. Okay. All right. So let me do one first with pinks and purples. I saw that first, and then we'll do some earthy tones. Maybe we'll do some little oceany one. Yeah, but we got plenty of time. I think for this one, I'm gonna get out my bad boy. This is my silver black velvet number 8. Now I'm going to go ahead and should I wet this one? No, I'm gonna do dry, wet on dry like I did the other one. I think that worked out just fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. Everything's good. All right. So where were our purples? Yeah, I'll start with a little magenta. Pick up that a little bit of that purple, just a little bit, mix it in with that. Something slightly darker. Another funny from Paula. Let's see. Niece is at the brother-in-law's Sunday meeting. A family turned up to play music, aka the Partridge Family. Swing your pants. Niece, oh my God, charity shop family, mortified sister. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you're gonna have to explain that one, Paula. I don't understand that one. Another funny niece is at brother-in-law's Sunday meeting. Family turned up to play music, aka the Partridge Family. Swing your pants, niece. Oh my God, charity shop. I get it now. Oh my God, that's hysterical. Wow, your niece is shady. That is a, that is a shady child. At 6 a.m. Nice. Oh my God, that's hysterical. What is that blue? Let's do a little cerulean. Why not? It's pretty blue. I'll keep it light. Add some more dark in a minute. Chicken coops. I'm glad I didn't grow up with any of those. Here, let's go ahead and color in one of these here that I have with the masking fluid. And we can do like the turquoises here one. Hi, Carla. Take care, Lisette. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate that. This is a wonderful color here. Until I get the names right. This is the Viridian. You go right over the masking fluid. Easy peasy. Let's get some of that cerulean. Oh, Eddie. Get your hand out of the paint. Do some of this. Royal blue, I think that is. Royal blue. Yes, Eric or Diane. I am using these brand new to me Hippie Crafter watercolor paint set. Comes with 36 different colors. Yes, I'm not sure. I haven't received a message from her yet, although I'm not checking my messages while I'm on live, so I don't know. Yeah, I haven't heard from her, so I don't know. Oh, where's this? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? She sent me a message, but I can't see it. Why can't I see it? Facebook is being not very nice to me. Don't like it. Oh, she did message me, so I'll have to get back to her when I'm done here. So I got an 11. So I'm going to play for like another half hour maybe, and then have a relaxing lunch, and then I will probably join Sharon on her live, voice only, and hang out over there for a little bit. Corner dry, just put a little more water on there. It is. It's so annoying. You go to Facebook and you're trying to scroll in an orderly fashion, and you come upon a post and you accidentally move the mouse in the wrong direction and it just all recycles back to the beginning of the feed and you lost what you were looking at and you're like, oh, I just shut it down. I get frustrated and I shut it down. I go do something else. Now, I'm not going to torture you with my hair dryer. But I love doing the technique where you put down a very faint layer of paint. Oh, Sharon, if Paula, could you do me a favor? Could you drop a link to Sharon's live stream today? Let me see if I can get you, or I can drop it. I have access here. Hang on, hang on. Let me just get it pulled up onto my on my pewter here. Do a little pewtering. Let me see if I can do this. I think I can. No, I can't do it from here because I'm not. Oh yeah, I am doing Sharon texture junkies. Hopefully that link works and we'll take you to Sharon's live stream for today, which is scheduled to begin at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Earlier for her, well, it's, early for her because she's on the West Coast. You know what, Bree? That's kind of why I left Facebook initially. And so when I came back to Facebook, it's because of Makers, PM Artist Studio, and what do you call that? I mainly just use it for that. And that's all. Just dropping in some color. All right, let's let that dry and then we can remove the frisket. Yeah, you are a mod on my channel. I can see the blue wrench. Try and drop a link to something, Paula. Should work for you because I see a blue wrench there. Yeah, I don't know what she's working on today, but I'm sure it'll be fabulous. Oh, that's nice to try. I'm gonna come in. Let's make these a little bit more intense. Not brisket, frisket. This stuff here. This is frisket, aka jarring gum, aka masking fluid. That's the blue stuff, the circles here. So you can see this is what it looks like when you put it on the paper. It masks off whatever you put it on. And then after you put it in, let it dry, put it on, let it dry. You can paint over it and then you rub off. Once the paint is dry, you can rub it off and it reveals the paper below. Get a little bit more intense magenta here. Purple mixed in by accident, but that is okay, but I know I'd love some brisket. I have a cousin in Austin, Texas, who hasn't done it in a while, and I'm kind of upset, but I'll have to get with him. But there's a place in Austin that does wonderful barbecue, and they ship. So he'll ship my brother and I an order from the barbecue place, and we just have to pop it in the oven or whatever and heat it up. So good. The brisket is amazing. Let's see, Paula. Let me take a look here. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at you. Yeah, the link, it works, Paula. I can see it. Yeah. You're the only mod here. I think Mariah's a mod, but she's, like I said, like she said, she's in and out. She's not watching. Consistently is what I'm trying to say. She's busy. Where am I? Here we go. Okay. Yes. Yes. Exactly, Graham. Now, that was one thing that I loved when I lived in Memphis was barbecue. Let's try some of this steel blue. Yep, Memphis has a big old barbecue festival right along the Mississippi. Is that yeah, I think that's the correct one. Look at Paula putting in them links. make you a fabulous mod yet. I appreciate that, Paula. Thank you. I'm just going to do it. Put a little bit of this yellow. This is the golden yellow, which I need to clean my brush. That was a little dirty. Little dirty came up. The purple magenta, and then got it all mucky. Yes, walking in Memphis. Yep. Me and Beale Street became quite friendly. We used to go to a club there called Polyestas, and it was a 70s themed nightclub, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. All right, let's let that hang out. Let's see, that's still wet, so let's finish. Let's do these here. What if, how does what feel? The watercolors, they feel good, if that's what you're asking, Paula. I'm enjoying them. I really am. I'm going to start with some yellow here. This will be our soul, our sun. Yeah, you could do that too. Rhonda says that she's done this technique before, but with a paper towel, when blotting it with the paper towel when it's still wet. Yep. Mix those up here. You're absolutely right, Rhonda. More than one way to pluck a chicken. Is that the saying? Let's do that. Let's do that. Soften that edge a little bit. Oh, really? Because I feel like I'm struggling here, Cynthia. But I'm having fun. That's all that matters. Are you serious, Ron? So Rhonda says her husband bought an electric guitar because he just had to have one like 10 years ago, and it still doesn't play, and it just stares at it. Well, us boys are weird like that. A lot of paint there, a lot of color. So I'm gonna blend that out. All right, let me let that dry. That looks like it's ready to go. All right, see how steady I can hold everything. I'm gonna purposely do rub more from certain areas than others and see what happens. See how that looks. Just a little rubby there, maybe a little more intense here. So get that. Easy peasy. Easily turn this into a card. You can also come in and doodle over it. I'll probably do that on a couple of these, is do a little more, do some pen work on there maybe. So, and like I said, those little little bits there, that is just from the sponge. So once it's all dry, I can just rub that off and it'll be fine. It will be okie dokie. All right, let's do the heart too, because I want this to dry so I can reveal it before I go away. Yes, Paula is queen of the kitchen disco. Today I do pump up music. I play pump up music before I go on a live. Just to, get myself in the mood, get excited. Today was Lady Gaga Americano. It's a great song and very appropriate for the times we're living in. It's about um, being an American and not necessarily having to be born here to be an American, and that we love you all. All right. Do the typical red heart, or do we do something else? It's this color here. This one is Prussian green. Why not? Looks like turquoise to me, but that's okay. Water in there. This thing? Viridian. I like this Viridian. Now, one of the lines from the song is, or I don't know what you call it, part of the song, it says, "Don't you try to catch me, don't you try to catch me, no, no, no. I'm living on the edge of the law." So you guys infer from that what you want, but thank you if you're still watching. Whoop, there it is. Hi, Pinka. How are you? What was that blue? The royal blue. Yes, let's try some of this royal blue. Is that Diane? Which Di? Oh yeah, Diane. Oh yeah, she's been here. Yeah, if I've missed saying hello to you, please put your hands up. Put your hands up like that. That is the steel cerulean. Maybe we drop in a little Prussian here. Okay. What I am going to do, I'm going to take a I am going to take a second. I'm going to put the hair dryer on. I'm going to mute myself so you don't hear it. Let me see if I can do that without shaking everything. Okay, can you hear me now? Hi, Edie. Someone else popped in there, and I got to say hi to Cindy. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Penka. I think I said hi. Yes. Yes, that's it, Paula. Americano. So I don't speak, no, I don't speak your language, oh no. I don't speak your Jesus Cristo. Now you simply take your fingies and you rub across the paper. and it comes right off. Sometimes it takes the paper, but it shouldn't. But it could be because the paper it's not 100% dry, but I want you to see what it looks like and how easily it comes off. Bye, Val. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I appreciate you. Mariah says that's just another way to flock. Yep. Look at that. Now, also, some of the fluid I laid down may not have been perfectly, put down, but like I said, I'm rusty at this stuff, at these techniques, so but I can come in and fix that. If not, I just leave it alone. It's kind of what do you call that? Grungy. All right. I did want to show you that pull. Oh boy, almost forgot. I just remembered there was the pull that I wanted to show you from a print that was started on the last live stream. And it was this. So remember, I put down my new stencil, Squiggles and Squares. And then with teal, the teal phthalo or turquoise phthalo from Golden, that's that darker color. Behind it is Paula's stencil, Smashing Pumpkins, and that's in the lime green. Then as a isolation layer, I used this golden interference green orange, and I don't know if you could see it there, that texture created, right? Because I was running out, I'm almost out. I added some that airbrush fluid, right? Airbrush medium, so I put that in there a little bit, and then I pulled it with this orange. Actually turns out it's the Hippie Crafter orange, which has nice coverage. It's the orange yellow in their acrylic paints. And the paper is the Yasutomo sketch paper. All right, this has been sitting here since yesterday afternoon. Crack the edges. What I'm doing is I'm pulling the paper or the plate away. We're pushing the plate so it pulls that paint back so it doesn't stick. Yeah. Voila. And we have our paint. You see this little cells that are there? That's the interference paint that's mixed with the airbrush medium. And so you kind of have to turn it, and there you go. Very lovely. Was there another one? Oh yeah, so this was the flop off of that pumpkin stencil. And then there was also the quilted crop circles that I had used that was left on there. So you'll see when I pull this up. You will see. Thanks, Lucy. Oh, thanks, Alyssa. Yeah, that would be a cool print to frame. So this was just basically pulling the leftovers that were on the plate, and I pulled it with a phthalo blue. I got a really cool grungy print. It looks so much better on the screen. I'm looking like at the screen in front of me. Because it looks like an underwater. It's kind of like an ancient underwater scene or something, like when they find ancient stuff in the ocean. Very cool. Yeah, let's see. Let's do that. All right, I got a few minutes left. Got 5 more minutes until I take off. Let's reveal these dots here. Circles. Now, a rubber cement um, eraser works really well at removing this masking fluid too, especially if you don't want to use your fingers, if it's irritating, or if you just have, issues with your hands. Use a rubber cement eraser. And as a reminder, I will be, if you want to hear my voice a little bit more this afternoon, if it's not irritating yet, I will be on live with Sharon, as I am usually on Friday afternoons at 3 p.m. over on her channel. The link has been dropped in the chat. If Paula, if you wouldn't mind dropping that link one more time, I would so appreciate it. And the channel is Texture Junkies. If you don't get the link, it's Texture Junkies. And her name is Sharon. I will be her co-host today from 3 p.m. to 5. That's cute, right? Simple, fun. I'm definitely not like the dark color person. Not at this moment. I have my days. So we created some cool stuff here. I can definitely add a little more detail to here. But I love that. Just one color. This was the indigo to do that. Here's our heart. It's precious. And this is the other one we did with Rhonda's stencil using the lifting technique. Okay. And some trees. Oh, we didn't do this tree. All right, Paul, I'm going to rub this wood. Thank you. Oh, come on. There we go. A little bit came up. That's okay. I'll come in with something else, fill that in. Look at that. Then swatch. This is Rhonda's stencil that I use. It's called Loves Me Lattice, and it's available at pmartiststudio.com. These are the prints I pulled. Yeah, we had a productive day today. And thank you so much to my arty godmother for sending me these beautiful paints that I've wanted. So yeah, it was a great stream. Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And I will see you later. Love you. Kisses. Take care of each other. Be nice to each other. Be nice to everyone you come across. It doesn't cost a thing. Bye.